Hardware 1, Interim Measure 1.1, grades K through 2.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and our new process will be to have someone to come up just to share a little bit about the goal that we're sharing this evening. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lisa Wood. Ms. Wood is a pre-K and kindergarten teacher at Lincoln Heights Montessori School. She's one of the many teachers who engaged in Camp CMS this summer and is here tonight to share with us a little bit about the impact. You may be wondering, how is this relevant to Goal 1? Well, as I mentioned, she is a pre-K kindergarten teacher, and our model this summer for Camp CMS was to focus on the most challenging standard for the upcoming school year. So in the model, she had lots of opportunities to practice and engage in coaching and teaching the standards. So at this time, I'll turn it over to Ms. Wood.
Good evening, Superintendent Dr. Hill and members of the board. My name is Lisa Wood. I'm a pre-K and kindergarten teacher at Lincoln Heights Montessori. I've been an educator for 14 years. If you talk to my little sister, she would say, whatever you've done, horticulture, business, you've always found a way to educate. But I am home, let me tell you, at Lincoln Heights Montessori, where I get to teach pre-K and kindergarten students. I've been at Chantilly, Trillium Springs, and now Lincoln Heights. This summer, I had the privilege to teach rising first graders at Camp CMS at Paul Creek under the incredible leadership of Site Coordinator Deshae Everett. And I want to give her a shout out because she was so organized that I, as an educator, was able to be organized. But because she was organized, there was people in front of her and above her that were organized as well. So it just all went full circle because my time is valuable and I'm giving up my summer, but education is so important, reading is so important. So I wanted to do something that was very valuable. So when I say that it was organized, it was incredible. To say the experience was impactful would be an understatement. It was transformational. What made this summer unique wasn't just the students, but the intentionality behind every aspect of the program. From the professional development to the planning tools, every element was purposeful and high leverage. The supports were timely, relevant, and designed to empower us as educators, not just for summer, but to carry directly into the fall. And listen closely, because I think I can say this. We had just-in-time supports. You've heard that. We had access to resources, and our skill blocks was a true team effort. When I saw the wealth of experts in the room the first day, from ML teachers, EC teachers, Teach for America, teachers, I was a mentor as well, multi-language, I think I said that, EC, I went home that night because I had these experts in the room and I had to get another course of action because now was the time to make a difference in 3 weeks with these students, and that we did. For literacy, I knew the goal, but to get to that goal, students needed strategies. And some of them never heard of strategies. And so they got to get those strategies for the foundational skills, for encoding, decoding. And it was clearly a success when I heard the students employ those strategies. And in math, I just wasn't looking for the right answer. I know 3 + 2 is 5, but I wanted to hear their thinking. How did you get to that? And when I heard the students, when they were doing partner work, using the verbiage and internalizing it, I knew they had it. To be honest, I was a little bit nervous at first about team teaching. I actually went home crying the first night to my husband, Mike, because this was a little bit different. But I thought, you got this, and these kids deserve the very best. The collaboration was exceptional. It wasn't fluff, it was intense in the best way. We were delivering rigorous instruction with respect for each other's learning styles while we owned all of the students. We weren't only delivering lessons, we were building relationships with those kids. And the first day, they didn't want to be there, you could see it, but they came back. They came back because they were enjoying it. When I heard students talk to each other and saying, I love this summer school, my heart just melted because they wanted to be there as much as I wanted to be there. So this was so rewarding, knowing these students also will receive this curriculum again later in the school year. As they walked out of Camp CMS, they built and had those mental connections. I knew they would be more confident, more prepared, and better equipped for the school year ahead. In short, Camp CMS worked because it was well-designed, well-led, and well-supported. So now, my question is, how do we make this the norm? How do we replicate this model, one where everyone is aligned, resourced, and working together with purpose, not just for summer, but all year long? Because I tell you, I didn't want it to end. It was that good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Wood, and good evening again, Board